Hey there, it's Sean Clancy here, and yes, this is my washing. This is going to be a short lesson on how to play every pop song you can hear, as well as write your own songs, and we're going to be basing it off power chords. So we're going to first show you how to make the power chord. This may be really, it's for beginners really, so that first finger there, or let's do it off the A string. So these three notes, like you can use your 1 and your 3rd, or your 1 and your 4th, which I like to do. Or if you're into pain, you can use your 1 and your 2 finger. But the idea is to play this note and this note. Now, if you want a fuller chord, you can add one more note, which is you get a more fuller power chord. But you have to aim with this hand to make sure at least you're hitting the right notes. You don't want to be going. Sure, it doesn't sound too bad, but if you play this, okay, so you're only hitting the notes that you've got your fingers on. So that's the power chord, and you should be able to lock that hand position and move it all up and down the fretboard. Not only that, on the E string, but you should be able to take it over one set of strings onto the A string. So you're locking your hand and you're moving it on the E and A string. Now, if you don't know the notes on your A and your E string, like all the notes on this string and the notes on this string, you should learn them. And because then you can like look at a songbook and go, okay, I see a C sharp. I can play my power chord for my C sharp, then it goes D, and then A, okay? So you can read chord charts, a little, just simplify chord charts. And yeah, so if you don't know your E and your A string, I want you to contact me because I've got a system to teach you all the notes on your fretboard. I've got a guitar student who's 11 years old, be coming to me for 3 weeks. He knows this string, this string, this string, and he's working on this string. And then he's only got 2 more strings, and then, excuse me, then he's learned all the notes on his fretboard, which is a superpower which eludes many guitarists for many, many years. Alright, so, moving right along. So, there are 6 chords using this power chord that you can play that will basically be the outline for many, many songs. And we're going to start with, we're going to do it on the 5th fret. So I want you to think of this chord as your 1 chord. 1 chord. Now if we go over 1, like here, so we're playing this is going to be our 4 chord. So 1, 4. Now if you take that same 4 chord and move it up 2 frets, you get a 5. 1, 4, 5. And these 3 chords are the basis for thousands and thousands of pop songs. Like for example, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. Lots of rock and roll songs use these chords, as well as common songs, quite common songs. And they are essentially, for you buffs, those are all major chords. The 1 chord, the 4 and the 5. I mean, Wild Thing. Okay, so that's a 1, 4, 5 kind of idea. Thousands of songs. And you can do that with just your power chords. Okay, we're going to add the next important chord, which is a 6th chord, and that 6th chord is found 3 frets underneath the 1 chord. So here's our 1 chord. If we go down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, there's our 6th chord. Yeah? Or we can go to our 5 chord, 1, 4, 5, and go up 2 frets. Same chord. Okay, so the 6th chord is very powerful, and there's quite a few progressions made out of this. One progression, which I'm going to show you, is in thousands of songs. And that goes 1, 5, 6, 4. Check it out. So there's a 1 chord, 5, 6, 4, progression, the 1, 6, 1, 5, 6, 4, you can play With or Without You, Don't Stop Believing, all sorts of different songs. Now, this song actually sounds better if I take the 6 instead of playing it up here. I'm going to play it down here. So here we go. So 1 chord, power chord, 5, 6, 4, With or Without You. Other progressions. How about a 6, 5, 4, 3 progression? Now this is weird because we're not starting on the 1, we're starting on a 6. So here's 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you might have heard this progression before. Hit the road, Jack. Hit the road. Hit the road, Jack. I can't sing. It's like Donald Duck on vocals. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back. They were. Also, Stray Cat Strut also uses the same chord progression. There's a chunk of David Bowie's China Girl which also uses the same chord progression. So these chord progressions are like, all you need to do is just jam over some of these chords and you'll actually go, hey, that sounds like this song, or this sounds like that song. 2 more chords. We've got the 2 and the 3. Okay, so the 1, so the 2 is actually 2 frets up from the 1. 1, 2. Notice we're not playing, we're not specifying whether they're major or minor, because we're not involving the notes that will make it major or minor. We're just playing a power chord and it fits, you know. The 3 is like 1 fret underneath the 4. So if you go 1, 4, 3, so there's your 3 chords. So the chords that you've got based off the E string are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 down here. What I want to bring you to right now is that this relative road map is movable. So if I wanted to do it in G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So it can be anywhere, you know. Now, what about if we play D? It's kind of irresponsible, well, not irresponsible, but it sounds not so good if I do it way up here, because there's my note D on the E string. So it's going to sound a little bit, probably a little bit thinner. Well, not right. So in that case, what I would do is I'd use like the second road map based off the A string. So here's my note D. Because the closer you are to the nut, you play your notes, the better they sound. That's just how it is. So I'm playing on the 5th fret here, but I'm playing my 1 chord now. This is where the 1 chord is for this string, and my 5 chord is directly across it from it on the E string. So 1, 5, and then there's a 4 chord for our 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Does that make sense? Now let's add all the other chords. So there's obviously up 2 frets from the 1 chord is the 2 chord. And if you go up 2 frets more, you get the 3 chord. Now, the 6th chord, you can go down 3 frets from the 1 chord and you get the 6th chord, or you can go 5, 6. So you have 1, 2, 3, or 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6. Now, these power chords, in a lot of rock songs, pop songs, people actually use these shapes. This is the 1 chord, and we're playing the song is Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. 5 chord. That's all it is for the verse, and then it goes to a 6 chord, to a 5 chord, to a 1 chord, to a 4 chord. basically, using this system of numbering, and when I say numbering, I mean these are progressions. So when you use numbering, you think of it in terms of Roman numerals. 1 would be I, 4 would be I and then a V, and then 5 would be a V, 2 small I's, 3 small I's, 6 a V and then an I. Alright, so one application of this, first of all, using the system, many pop songs will fall into these chords. So if you can find out where the 1 chord is, by the end of the radio song that's playing on the radio, you'll have the song down. Also, you may be just jamming through these chords, just randomly choosing them, and you'll say, hey, that sounds like this song, or that sounds like this, The third thing is that you can write your own songs with this. So you may just come up with a chord progression that you like, and then you just hum a melody to it, and you've got like a song that you wrote, or you may be able to try and you may have some words written out and you want to like put it over some chords. This is how you can do it. So it's a very powerful thing. And when I learn a song in this fashion, I'll actually make a mental note. Okay, it's this chord. The song goes 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, something like that. And then if I know the key center, I can play those chords. 1, 4, 5, 6. I know that wherever I am. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. I can play that chord in any kind of key and it'll work using this system of numbering. And you may want to get an exercise book and just, if you get a chord progression you like, add it, write it down. Maybe a little bit of a description about it so you can kind of say what it reminds you of, or put an asterisk next to it if you think this is good for a song. It's a very easy system. Now, this is for beginners, like I said, eventually you want to branch out into the ability to play bar chords. So instead of a 1, you may play this whole chord. Or instead of this chord here, you may play this whole chord, which like a full major chord. Or if it's a 6th chord, you may want to play a minor chord. For those who find this really easy, the 1, the 4, and the 5 are all major chords. Everything else, the 2, 3, and the 6 are all minor chords. So if I go like this, 1, 2, which is a minor, 3, which is a minor, 4, which is a major, 5, which is a major, and then 6, which is a minor. I'm not going to show you why that works. If you want to have more information on this, just IM me and we'll do a private lesson. It's $40 an hour or 25 USD if you are from another country. Anyway, that's all I've got time to share for today. And yeah, the reason we got this lesson is because one of my guitar students didn't turn up. So make hay while the sun shines. Alright, so this is Sean Clancy signing off. If you want to subscribe to me for these tips, I'm available. Alright, bye.